Yo, what's good, kings and queens? It's your boy Don, and I'm back for another reaction video today. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit all so you know every time I post, you heard. If you're not new to the channel, go down below, hit that like button. You already know what to do. Put your socials down below. If you get pinned, you win. Thank y'all for popping out to the video, son. As y'all can see, we're going to be reacting to the top 10 animals that might be from a parallel universe, you heard. I don't know what is the parallel universe or where it will be from. Hopefully they name them in the video. I don't know what kind of animals. I see a fish looking thing, but it looked like a fish. It looked like a bass shark. I'm not going to lie. Or a catfish shark. But it don't got a cat. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. Y'all let me know down in the comments if y'all know what a parallel universe is to start. Other than that, let's get right into the video. Let's see what they talking about. If y'all know any of these weird animals, let me know about them. It might be homegrown.
Now they can get up to around 300 pounds.
There are some wild and interesting animals that exist on our planet, but sometimes we'll find a creature that seems like it just doesn't quite belong here. Whether it's the cool abilities they have, a scary way of living, or just simply how they appear, some creatures have us questioning if they're even from our universe. On today's top 10 list, we will be diving into the top 10 animals that might be from a parallel universe. Starting off this list at our number 10 spot, we have Sparkle Muffin. These guys are colloquially named Sparkle Muffin, but they belong to an Australian jumping spider species of peacock spiders. They were first discovered quite recently in 2015 in Forest of Wandle National Park. They're around 10 millimeters big, but can jump lengths that are 50 times their own size, which is both impressive and horrifying if you're afraid of spiders like I am. The females in this species have a more plainly colored back, but the males are really where things get interesting. The male spiders have bright and beautiful colored backs, which make them look like a spider not from this planet. Spiders already look a little strange, so seeing one that is less creepy and more stunning is kind of confusing. These colors are, of course, to attract a mate and are flaunted during courtship. In our ninth spot today, we have the axolotl. Before I dive into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video so far.
Hit that thumbs up button,
are also known as Mexican walking fish, and they also look like they came straight out of Pokemon. Despite being known as a walking fish, they're actually amphibians, but unlike most others, they reach adulthood without going through a metamorphosis. Rather than becoming land animals, they keep their gills and live in the water. The external gills that many salamanders have are usually lost in other species, but these guys keep theirs in their aligned filaments, and this combination is what gives them such a unique look. Axolotls are often used in scientific research because they have the amazing ability to regenerate their own limbs. Unfortunately, axolotls are critically endangered in the wild. In 2010, they were near extinction due to water pollution, and the issue was only exacerbated by the induction of the invasive species tilapia and perch. Guess we're just ending that one off on a sad note. And they're dying. In our number 8 spot today, we have the naked mole rat. Watching Kim Possible was truly the only exposure I got to these guys when I was a kid, and boy do they look a lot freakier in real life. Naked mole rats are burrowing rodents that are native to East Africa. They're often called sand puppies, but that is one connection I just don't see. Despite them looking like actual aliens, one really cool thing about these guys is that they are one of only 2 known mammals that aren't humans that are eusocial, which is the highest classification of sociality. They have many physical characteristics that give them the ability to survive in the harsh underground conditions, such as their lack of pain sensitivity in their skin, as well as their low metabolic and respiratory rates. They're also super cool animals because of their long lifespans, which are longer than most other rodents, and their resistance to cancer.
Look, in the mission you heard, make sure y'all go down below, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. It's all free, you heard. That's how we get rid of these intermissions. Thank y'all for popping out to the video. Let me know what y'all think so far. Y'all want a naked mole rat, don't y'all? I know y'all do. Because Kim Possible was them days. I hear that in my head right now, heavy. I'm not going to lie. I know y'all want a naked mole rat. It's okay. Go ahead and go get y'all one, you heard. Don't get me one, though. Send me a picture when y'all get it. Let me know how it is. You alright? Let's get back though. Let's see what she's talking about.
Their ability to survive on little to no oxygen for hours at a time. With all of these defense mechanisms built up, it seems like these guys really would be able to survive the jump from one universe to the other. In our number 7 spot today, we have the pangolin. Pangolins are commonly referred to as scaly anteaters, and it truly isn't hard to see why. Something unique about these guys is that they're the only known mammal with scales. Could it perhaps all mammals have scales? No idea is too outlandish when we're talking about parallel universes. They're also nocturnal animals and tend to be quite solitary. There are different species of them, but unfortunately 8 of them are threatened in some way, with 3 of them being critically endangered due to poachers, as well as deforestation in their natural habitats. They're hunted for both their meat and their scales that are used in some traditional medicines, and they're actually the most trafficked mammals in the world.
Wow.
Guess that was another sad one. And at number 6 spot today, we have alligator gar. The alligator gar is one creepy looking fish and is one of the largest freshwater fish in North America, as they can grow up to 8 feet. These fish have reptile-like snouts with rows of sharp teeth which resemble an alligator, which of course is how they got their name. These fish are often referred to as primitive fish or living fossils because they have retained so much from their previous early ancestors, such as their spiral valve intestine, as well as the fact that they're actually able to breathe both air and water, which is a super cool capability. These fish have been able to be traced back to the early Cretaceous period 100 million years ago, so they've been here long before any of us. These fish are stalking ambush predators, and due to their sharp teeth and just how large they are, I feel like these are a fish I personally will be staying far away from.
No, I'm staying far away from all of these animals.
Vampire bats are obviously bats, but unlike regular ones, the vampire variety have, as their name would suggest, evolved to feed on blood. Bats are already a pretty interesting animal in general, as they are nocturnal and use echolocation, but these guys really take it to a whole new level. Vampire bats use their senses to detect sleeping animals by their sound, and are even able to sense the best place on the animal for them to dig into. Considering there are only 3 kinds of vampire bats and the rest of the bat species feed on fruit and insects, these creatures are definitely a bit of an outlier. Maybe they come from a universe where vampires aren't just a thing in fiction. If the multiverse does exist, there has to be a universe where vampires are real. In our number 4 spot today, we have the pacu. Pacu is a name that refers to species of fish that belong to a family that are related to piranhas. There's one reason why these guys freak me out and make me feel like they're from another universe, and that is because they have teeth that literally look like a human's teeth. Although they are related to piranhas, they most definitely do not share the same razor-sharp teeth or the same severe underbite. And, in a positive turn of events, despite their aggressive cousin and their creepy teeth, they mostly feed on plant material instead of flesh and scales. Imagine having a fish with teeth like a human bite into you. Maybe these fish come from a parallel universe where humans have piranha teeth and piranhas have human teeth. Getting a little carried away, but who knows what goes on in the multiverse.
No,
in number 3 spot today, we have the blobfish. Okay, I'm sure we've all seen a picture of a blobfish at some point, considering it has been voted the world's ugliest animal, and honestly, I can see why. Here's the weird thing about these guys, though. The picture I'm sure a lot of us have seen with these guys looking weird and, well, like blobs, isn't actually how they look underwater. These guys like to live somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 feet beneath the water, which is super deep in our oceans. Since they live so deep in our oceans, the pressure that they like to live in is immensely greater than our pressure up here. Like, without a super heavy-duty submarine, we couldn't even try to get that deep. So obviously, if we don't like being down there, then why would they ever want to be up here? So while in their more natural habitat they look like actual fish, when they get pulled up too quickly to a pressure they don't like, they turn into these weird blob-looking guys. I also forgot to mention that they usually don't survive that. I feel like we were too hard on them, considering it's not their fault that they look like that. But seriously, when they're all blobby, they don't look like fish at all. Or really any creature that should live on this planet. In our number 2 spot today, we have the fossa. The fossa is a mammal that appears to look a lot like a cat, but it's actually not one at all. These animals are the top predator in Madagascar and hunt day or night and are able to hunt on land or in trees. These animals have had quite a tumultuous time getting classified because they don't really fit into one box. They look a lot like cats, but they share a common characteristic with 2 other species, one of which is a mongoose. More recently, they have been put into basically a separate category. This category is for animals that are believed to have descended from mongoose-like ancestors in Madagascar 20 million years ago. That's absolutely insane. These animals are also quite solitary, and one thing that is totally unique to them is how the females of this species, during adolescence, go through a masculine phase. They have actual physical features for a short while that are only seen on male fosses before they just return back to females. It certainly is a super interesting thing about them, but it's wild how no other animal goes through this same kind of thing.
Right.
I wonder what could be the explanation behind that. In our number one spot today, we have the star-nosed mole. The star-nosed mole is on this list for no reason other than its star nose, because what the actual heck is that? Their noses are super creepy looking, but incredibly powerful. They're actually used as a touch organ that contains more than 25,000 sensory receptors. Other kinds of animals have the same sort of organ that the star-nosed mole does, but none are nearly as specialized or as numerous. The mole uses its nose to navigate around because of the fact that they are functionally blind. These animals have also been dubbed the fastest eating animal, as it takes them an average of 227 milliseconds to identify and consume individual food items, which is kind of like me with french fries. Apparently their brain can decide in 8 milliseconds if something is edible or not, which is the speed limit of neurons. If this wasn't already interesting enough, these animals can also smell underwater. That's a pretty cool power. Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much for checking it out.
If y'all enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments what y'all thought of it. If I should react to something similar or maybe even different than this, you heard? Yo, let me know which one was your favorite animal. I don't know. The cat looking one, I don't even know what it was called. I like that one. Like, that's the closest thing probably to what I would like have. I don't know. Other than that, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want no mole rats. I don't want nothing else. No anteater looking animals, no snakes, rodents, none of that. So I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comments. I love animals, but it's just certain ones I'm gonna keep at the zoo and not in my house, you are. I don't know. And like I said, if y'all want me to react to something else like this, let me know. Other than that, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, you are. Go check out the last video. It's crazy if y'all haven't already. Peace. Love. Dawn.